All right, everybody, welcome on in. It is finally time for the ELOI powered by Virgin Media. We have 5 weeks of exhilarating EAFC to play. It is going to be phenomenal. My name is Chris. I go by the Gareth Show. I'm joined here by the fantastic Nullig, who goes by the name of Glitched as well. Nullig, are you excited for today's action?
I am buzzing for tonight. I've been waiting for ages to see who's going to come out on top. What are the players like this year? Have some of them fallen off a little bit from last year, or are they keeping up pace with everything? So it'll be interesting to see how people do.
It's going to be very interesting. Like I said earlier, we got 5 weeks of action leading up to a live final on the 16th of March. Nullig, that's where everybody wants to be.
Well, most certainly, like it's going to be tough competition. We've had a few scores come in already from other games, very tight games, and I suppose that just adds to the anticipation. Everyone wants to be at the final. It's going to be amazing.
It is going to be fantastic. But listen, we're at week 1 today. Speaking of fixtures, we have some crazy ones over the next 5 weeks. Today's action, though, we got Shamrock, Rovers, and Wexford FC. Tyrone Ryan representing Shamrock Rovers against Mark Hayes of Wexford FC here. Nullig, what are you expecting?
I think Mark might top this. He's going to come out strong. He wasn't happy with the finals last year, so I'd imagine he's been working very hard. But at the same time, you can't doubt Tyrone either. He's been impeccable over the last few years in the game, so it's going to be a tough fixture. I'm excited to see who comes out on top.
It's going to be very, very good. We're going to have that game first on stream very shortly. After that, of course, we're going to have Treaty United's Colin Maher against JP Slater representing Shelbourne FC as well. No, like another fantastic fixture.
Yes. We could see, obviously, JP did very well last year, coming out on top in the ELOI and heading to the E-Champions League. But will Colin come out and be a little bit of a dark horse? That's also possible. You just don't know at the start of the league what way players are feeling in their gameplay at the start. So it'll be interesting to see where players are at in their own personal gameplay.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, we've seen a few underdog games last year come through and give us some absolute shocking fixtures, or sorry, shocking results that we weren't expecting. But listen, those are the fixtures. No, like, I mean, you're playing as well. How are you feeling about all of this?
I'm not very nervous. I'm excited. I'm intrigued to see how I fare against some of these tough competitors. I'm intrigued to see how much I've improved, etc. over the last year. I suppose it's obviously an incredible opportunity to be in the position that I am in, but overall just excited really to get things underway.
Yeah, I mean, look, being in that competitive sphere, it's really, really a zone to be in. And speaking of, no, like, is there anything you've done this year to prepare compared to last year? Obviously, with this year's game, defending is a lot more manual. You know, we've seen a lot of different metas over the past few months in the game. How are you prepping?
I've kind of gone back to basics really. Improving on the basics for me has been a big part of my gameplay this year. And I think that will stand to me going forward. But also as well, there's trick shots and stuff like that that
Hmm.
we've had to learn coming into the new EAFC
Yeah.
25 game. Um, and those can be the difference as well in a very tight match, pulling off a trick shot or being accurate. Accuracy really is where it's at. Especially in passing this year as well. I found that accuracy is what sets good teams apart.
Yeah, the quick pass and 100%, that's how you break people down. Those fast counter attacks, I experience them myself. Nearly every game I play, it's like 6-5, 7-8. There's crazy score
Yeah,
lines. I feel like scoring
yeah,
this year is big, and I'm sure you've experienced this yourself.
definitely. Yeah, playing rivals and champs, it's been a lot of big scoring games, a lot of high scores, and as like that now, you have maybe one goal separating at the end, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
So it's actually been really fun to play because like it's competitive, but you're getting a lot of goals, and that's fun then.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm on the content side of it, so I'm loving that as well. Every single game, there's at least 12 goals, which doesn't sound normal, but I mean, it's part of the game. Speaking of, look, we're coming in here. There's a lot of cards to choose from. We're just passed off of Team of the Year. No, look, what cards are you expecting to see in some of the teams today?
I mean, I think a lot of teams will play the John Stones SBC at the back. A lot of people think that he's rock solid at the back. I mean, you gotta look for the Mbappes, bit of Vinny Jr. It now it, there's so many different combinations as well that people can have. That it'll be interesting to see what people come up with and what they prefer to play with.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And speaking of, enough talk. It is game time right now. We have Tyrone Ryan of Shamrock Rovers versus Mark Hayes of Wexford. Let's get into the action. Look at this team right here. Ronaldo and Neymar up front. That is not a forward line, no, like you want to defend.
No. I just got a wave of nerves looking at that team sheet.
It's scary, right?
Yeah, I like it. With Team of the Year just being out, people are capitalizing on that.
Yeah, they really are. No, here we go. Tyrone Ryan through R9. He was the team that we seen, of course, at the very start. We got Tyrone in the black kit, and we have Mark Hayes here representing Wexford in the white Ireland kit. Passed out wide here. Looks like Tyrone Ryan had a big start here, looking to get an early goal. We're definitely going to see a lot of those today. Hazard out wide again, looking for space in the middle. Finds Mbappe, just picked off by Son. And it's already a scrappy game, no, look.
Very scrappy already, and I love seeing a scrappy game. You want that back and forth. It's very entertaining.
Really interesting start here. Also, with the format this year, slightly different from what we had last year. We had 2 legs running last year to give players a chance really to get back into the game, but we're running the competitive side of it this time. So I believe it's a 9-minute game instead. 1 game though, so no, look, they've only 1 chance to prove it.
Only 1 chance, and sometimes it can be very hard when someone has the momentum in a game to come back if you are in the deficit. So great save by Buffon.
Yeah, Buffon there with a great save. Last time we did see a couple of comebacks in that second leg. Players won't have a chance this time, so they need to be on their A game. And I'm sure you notice as well, no, like when it comes to being here on time and playing these games in the moment, you got to get some prep time in beforehand, getting your players ready and, getting your tactics set up.
Definitely, and I think there's always like an element of mindset. You have to get yourself, find what works for you to be, if you're listening to music, listening to podcasts beforehand, just to relax and get in the zone a bit. But yeah, prep is definitely essential when it comes to these competitive games.
It is, and what a finish! Neymar Jr. into the top left corner. Tyrone Ryan strikes first here. Incredible goal, and it was just a back and forth passing. No, like you mentioned before the game started, how fast passing and accuracy is going to be a big feature here, and Tyrone Ryan showing why it's so important.
Exactly, yeah. I definitely this year's games passing has become just so incredibly important. The more I suppose it's a possession game. You have to have more passes you can keep up in a sequence. The more you keep the ball, the more chance you have of scoring.
Oh, decent high through ball attempt there again by Tyrone, and here comes Mark, and he doesn't want to be on the back foot for too long. Players like Tyrone, they're high intensity, they're going to be putting on that pressure for the whole 90 minutes. Mark needs to step up, but once again, just in the midfield, it's incredibly scrappy. De Jong here, back to Zidane. Oh, and he gives the ball away. This is not good. Could have threw ball. They're looking for R9 again here. Great bit of dribbling. Tyrone Ryan with the mechanical gift here with that R9, but just gets outpossessed here by Theo. Possible nerves there, no, look, showing early on from Mark.
For sure. I mean, it is nerve-wracking, especially the first game out. You don't know what's going to happen, but I mean, nerves will settle as well. He'll come back into this, I would assume. Oh,
but here's R9.
That's onside.
Neymar, what a great tackle.
He could have taken his shot there.
He could have taken the shot. He did not. Looking for that extra pass in. Looks like Tyrone is really trying to make sure of each of these goals. And I mean, with the first one, it played that way. He played 2 or 3 passes inside the box to get that shot off. But here's a chance now for Wexford. Neymar Jr. doesn't get the space in. And, the standard here, let's talk about it, right? There's a lot of Irish players here. looking to come through the system and make a statement for the E-Champions League. Talent this year is looking as good as last year.
Oh, I think it's even harder this year for sure. You've even underdogs are performing really well already in high intensity games, so it's going to be incredibly hard for anyone to come out on top of this league.
Yeah, I feel like consistency is a big thing as well. You know, we mentioned earlier about the goals. You can see so many goals nowadays. Defending is very manual. So, I mean, whoever's able to keep out the most amount of goals, I know it sounds stupid, but just defending is so difficult. If you have a brick wall defense, you know, it's easy enough to score, it feels.
Definitely, like that now with the John Stones at the back. He is a brick wall. I find it very hard to get past him at times, and people playing Theo at left back as well. Another incredible card. Even just the standard Theo card is so incredibly difficult to come up against in any team. Even to purchase him high prices on the market, but yeah, you have to get the defending right. If you can keep a strong line at the back, it's going to be very hard for anyone to score. And then I suppose you work on your counter attacking then, and hope you can find a spot to get through.
Yeah, look, and there we've seen it as well with Mark. He can't break down Tyrone's defense here, so he's forced to shoot on the edge of the box. Now, with that being said, he did try the Trivela, which has gotten a big buff recently. We're definitely going to see at least one Trivela goal today. I'm nearly certain of that one. Mark trying to get it there, but no luck, unfortunately. He has R9 here pushing forward. Dembele. Just great passing and composure here from Tyrone. He's able to hold the ball. And as I said, and he gives it away. And who is it? Of course, no, it's Theo.
It is, but De Bruyne came back onto it there easily enough.
Great play here. Rodri on the edge of the box. Finds Son with the finesse. Oh, just wide. No, look, with Son, you'd put your house on and putting that finesse in.
Always, yeah. It's very hard to defend when Son gets the ball like that. Can't believe that didn't go in, to be honest with you.
Yeah, very unlucky, and that's going to be offside. Highlighting here by
playing the offside trap very well as well. Mark is finding it very hard to stay on side.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
It's going to be hard for him.
It is indeed. The high line and, you know, timing the offside traps. I mean, it's a standard kind of in the pro scene, but Tyrone here using it very effectively. Very beginning of the game. We're already 30 minutes in here. 15 minutes left of in-game time before we reach the half-time whistle. Theo, he can defend. He can also attack here. Mark looking for a moment of magic, running into the box. Fake shot. There's Neymar. Oh, dearie me. A last-ditch tackle there. Tyrone got lucky.
Yeah, that was a very lucky stop. that was an almost 100% sure shot from Mark, but he's got.
But here it is.
Another great block.
Blocked again. Wow. Oh, here he is. R9. Neymar running with the ball. Here it is. Son gets a second chance. Oh, gets by the keeper. R9. There it is. Just look at the dribbling. He's gone with Son past the keeper. Found Ronaldo in the middle. I mean, we're seeing a very, very high level Tyrone Ryan here, Nolik.
Yeah, it's great to see Tyrone playing well. It's going to be hard for Mark to keep the head straight, screwed on, ready to try and come back. I suppose if you can keep the goals out for the first half now and just come back in the second half, maybe make some tactic changes. But yeah, it's going to be oh, hang on.
Is he on?
Is that
he is. Mbappe! There it is!
Oh, brilliant.
Wow! No, look, he broke the line. We're talking centimeters of a gap there. Millimeters even. I thought it was offside as well. Incredible. And I mean, look, he's caught Tyrone here on the back foot. Really good goal to get before half time.
Yeah, that's a big momentum shift in the game right now. For Mark. Oh, but here we go.
Oh,
again.
Dembele, and that's going to be in the top of the net. Tyrone Ryan was having none of that momentum shift. He said, no, thank you. I'm okay. Puts it in the corner, and here he is again. Wow, Tyrone Ryan. His attack is just ferocious, Nolik.
Yeah, he's not giving Mark an inch here. I think if I was Mark, if I was in his position right now, I'd just be trying to hold a bit of possession, keep Tyrone off the ball, and slow him down a bit, but it's going to be hard for him.
It's going to be very difficult. 3-1 here, 40 minutes on the clock. Great play again and well defended. by Mark, moving forward with Neymar. Look at that line pushed right up to the halfway. Crunching the midfield in. Mbappe. Oh, that's a bad pass. What's a
Oh,
foul?
but he
Actually,
went
free
back.
kick.
Oh yeah.
It's a big one here. Defended
Well,
well. It's scrappy as always. Neymar trying to get through. Very unlucky there. And here he is again. That's unbelievable by Tyrone Ryan. Has a player in the box. Cross it in. Neymar! What a save! Son! Ronaldo! He's done too much! Militao! That is... Oh, no, like that was so close.
If he just popped a shot at goal there, he was probably sure to get that in the back of the net.
Very lucky Mbappe here. Back to Hansen! What a finish! Woo! We got a game on our hands. Just at the break of the 45th minute. It's 3-2 here. Mark back in the game. Out of nowhere, no. Like, it just seems like he just summoned these goals from nothing.
Honestly, I think using Hansen is a nice little secret weapon for Mark here now, because she's an incredible player to have on your team. And you can see there what she can do. So, like, if he can bring her in off the wing a bit more, and she might have more chances in the second half.
Yeah, very, very good play there at the end from Mark. We're going to have a half-time here. Tyrone Ryan leading the fixture 3-2 against Marquez. Wow, what a game. I mean, no, look, it looked like Tyrone Ryan was coming out and he was just cleaning up shop. Mark looked like he was on the back foot, maybe a bit of nerves. Seemed to come over those throughout the first half and managed to get 2 goals back here. Really good end to the half now. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, for sure. It looked like Tyrone was going to go up 4-5-1 there at one point. But to be fair to Mark, he stuck his ground and he came back into it, you know, with some good goals. As I say, that Hansen card is nuts to have on your team. So to use her will be what Mark needs now, I think. It'll be interesting to see, will Mark change things up at halftime? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
We're going to have to wait. I was going to ask you, you know, what should Mark do to get back into this game? No, like here at halftime, but he's nearly done it. Is there anything else you see maybe that he's missing in his game or something he can apply here?
I mean, I suppose at points there, it probably came across that he was panicking a little bit in the pass and went a little bit astray and allowed Tyrone to make some through balls there that I suppose he took advantage of with R9 up top. But
yeah,
other than that, I don't know if there's much he can do to change.
Yeah, he's really had a nice end to that half compared to how it started anyways. But here we are, second half right now. Possession with Marquez here. Mbappe on the ball. Looking for options. Tries to force that pass through. And I mean, no, look, you know, we seen the line coming up here for Tyrone. He's bringing the defensive line up. But if you're good enough, you can time that pass. And Mark showed that. That could be a weak point.
Exactly. That's something that Tyrone will probably have in the back of his mind now, because Mark was able to break that line, but it's not easy to do. It'll take a few goals if Mark has a few goals at it, but it might be Mark's best way of trying to get goals in this, to try and break that line, because eventually I suppose if he gets enough shots at it, he will break the line.
Yeah, and he's done so already. Here's an opportunity. The line pushes up so fast. The second Mark gets the ball near the halfway line, Tyrone Ryan brings that line up, just crunches it into the midfield, and he gets possession from it yet again. Tries forcing a pass across here. Ball back to Mark. He's pushing forward here. It's very close. I mean, it started off not that way, but we had a bit of a scrap battle in the midfield. Now it's just back and forth attacks here, and here's R9 looking for a bit of dribbling. Neymar! What a finish! Travella in the top right corner. That's what he does. Tyrone Ryan makes it 4. Look, it's been so back and forth with the attacks here, but I have to say, Tyrone Ryan, I mean, we can see by the scoreline, he's been the most clinical going forward.
Yeah, I was just thinking that he has taken his chances very well. I mean, it's still not impossible for Mark to come back here and win it, but because we've seen how high scoring the games are at the moment in the game. But I mean, it's going to be hard at the same time with that high line that Tyrone has in defence. It'll be interesting to see if Mark can come up with some creative ways to get past the defence here.
Yeah, and he's trying it there now. He's waiting for his players to run through, but just waiting a little bit too long.
Yeah, if he got that pass off a bit faster, he probably would have been okay. But he still has the ball again. He did well there to get the ball back.
Yeah, he's just trying to find the timing really with his defense. It's kind of like a puzzle piece. Oh, and he gets lucky, Mbappe!
Oh,
A
well
bit of
done.
luck again. Wow! The pressure of Mbappe going forward gets Mark another goal. Wexford back in this. Once again, no, like it just summons goals out of nowhere. It looks like Tyrone Ryan has the game in his hand, and then we see Mark coming forward with a bit of pressure with one magic pass, and he's doing well here. He's back in it.
Exactly. I think that's a testament to Mark as well, because he's just kept up the pressure there. Even, you know, with Mbappe, he pressed the defender straight away, and you do get a bit of luck like that sometimes, where the opposition can be caught off guard and, you know,
Yeah.
not be ready for you to press a defender like that. But he has to keep up the intensity here for him to come back and get more goals.
Yeah, he really does. And if Hansen's on side here, no, just offside. I mean, that was a really good attack there with the spread. If he got Hansen through, could have been a clinical chance, but
Yeah, I'd say there
unfortunately,
was millimeters in that one.
yeah, it was as well. Just Tyrone Ryan's defensive line here, it's been tough to gauge for Mark, and we've seen multiple times here where he's not gotten the better of it. Oh, what a save by the goalkeeper there. Neymar trying to put it through the legs. Doesn't happen here. We've seen the midfield as well, Zidane. Obviously, no, like EA gave that card away to a lot of people for free with the Evo as well, the 94 version. What an incredible card to have in the middle.
Oh, straight away it went in my team. I do have the 94 on loan card, so that'll be what I'm using for my games. But like between that and giving people the option. Oh no! I'd be raging at that.
Oh my word. The ball rolls, scoop turn, and he hits the shot off the post. That could have been massive for Mark to equalize right there. He's going to be feeling that after this game if he loses for sure, but he still has time to get back into this. I mean, no, looking at these games as well, since we're on that different format now, it just feels like the game has a lot of time.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's important. It lets the game develop. And even as you can see, like Tyrone really did have the advantage for a while there, but the long games did give Mark the chance to come back into this and figure his way out playing against Tyrone's tactics, because every game is going to be different against different players.
Yeah, absolutely. Each game is a learning experience for a lot of these players as well. If they haven't been already practicing against each other, they're going to find a rude awakening in the ELOI here this season. And here we go again, Neymar. Great tackle by De Jong. 20 minutes of the game left for Mark. Can he get an equalizer here to bring this back? How do you see the next 20 minutes going, Nullik?
It's going to be very intense. It's going to be a lot of back and forth. I don't know, will it be a lot of midfield play? But I suppose I nearly would like to see it be a draw at this stage, because both have played so well. But I mean,
yeah,
it'd be interesting to see under pressure who will come out on top. Will it be a defensive or offensive play that will make this game either a draw or a win?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It's getting very close as it stands. We got 15 minutes left. Mark trying to break down this defense. He's had a bit more success over the last couple of minutes. We know Tyrone's trying to seal this game out. He's pushing players forward here. Neymar, De Bruyne. Oh, the ball's in R9. Great pass, Neymar! And that's going to be that. Tyrone Ryan strikes his 5th goal here for Shamrock Rovers. And Mark is not going to be happy about that. No, like he nearly got back into the game multiple times, but Tyrone keeps closing that door.
I mean, yeah, it's very hard for Mark to play against this high standard of defense. Just defense that
Yeah.
Tyrone is bringing. I mean, I would like to say it's still not impossible for Mark to come back and score these 2 goals, because, as I said, it's a very high scoring game at the moment. But it'll be difficult for him.
Yeah, I mean, he has a mountain to climb here with 15 in-game minutes left. He has created chances, though. He's got close. That was it Neymar, I believe, who hit the post after the ball roll scoop turn. That could have been the decider, and that could have been the momentum shift. But it's how the game goes sometimes, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's going to take a bit of creative flair here from Mark to come back in and score.
Yeah, some creative flair here is going to be the difference. And does Mark have it here? Neymar back to Mbappe. Oh, tries to get the triple off with Hansen. Had the left-hand side free. Just couldn't get through. Tyrone Ryan's defense. I mean, it's 5-3 right now on the scoreline, Nullig, but, you know, with how the game is defensively, this is still a good defensive performance by Tyrone.
Yeah, for sure. I think it might take a little Travella outside the box for Mark to come back into this.
Something
You know,
spectacular, all right, is needed.
I don't know if he's going to get into that box very easily against Tyrone. And I think he's just going to have to take some shots and hope for a little bit of luck.
Yeah. He's going to need something, all right. 10 minutes left on this timer. And Tyrone here just taking his time. He's in cruise control right now. Look at that scoop turn. Finds R9. He's going to take every second here out of this clock that he can. De Bruyne, Travella, Potts to the... No Travella at all. Neymar Jr. Oh, goes for the elastico. Can't find the gap through. And back to Mark again.
Yeah, Tyrone is just playing this out now, trying to... I suppose he was holding on to possession there for as long as possible and wind down this game. And then, as you can see, he still created an opportunity for himself.
Still trying to push forward. Neymar back to De Jong. He knows one goal means only one more chance needed, and he just loses it again. Tyrone just crunching down in that midfield. And that R9 card up front is just crazy, and he's through here with Dembele. And that's going to be that. Tyrone Ryan makes it 6. Adds another goal to his tally here. And
that's rough.
I think, Nullig, safe to say that essentially is that.
For sure. I think at this stage now it's going to be damn near impossible for a comeback here from Mark. Which is unfortunate because it's been a good game to watch. But like as you can see, the scoreline can stack up against a player so easily with momentum in this game.
100%. I mean, a couple of goals there came within no time at all, and even, you know, for Mark, some of his goals came out of absolutely nowhere.
Exactly.
So he could have got back into this game at any given moment, but that Neymar hitting the post, that for me was the moment that could have decided the momentum shift going forward. Mark could have hopped on that train, but here he is now at Hansen. Oh, and that's going to be a takedown. WWE-esque. What is going on here? Stones and Hansen squaring up here. Didn't think I'd see this on the stream. Neymar going forward again. Will he find the space? That's a step over. That is incredible. And that shot is far from incredible. Wow. Oh, okay.
Whew. I can't believe Tyrone just did that. That's something I would try and pull off.
That was insane. Tyrone there taking every chance he can get to make this game interesting.
For sure.
Going back here, Neymar finds Son, and that's going to be that. Your final score here. Shamrock Rovers, Tyrone Ryan wins the fixture 6-3 against Mark Hayes of Wexford FC. No, like that was a very good game. Tyrone Ryan, though, you know, we just seen his consistency shine through there. Very good performance by him.
Yeah, for sure. That's going to dampen Mark's I suppose, confidence going forward. But hopefully he won't get too down on it. But yeah, incredible, as I said. Just even defense-wise, watching Tyrone play, like, I'm glad I don't think I'm coming up against him in the groups.
Yeah, I mean, look, even some of the goals, but with Mark, I mean, some of them came out of nowhere. One of the goals even was Mbappe putting pressure on the defender, getting the ball off him and striking into the back of the net. And I got to say, you know, with that included, and I mentioned it earlier with Tyrone, that you're going to concede goals, but Tyrone's defense, all in all, looked very, very good. I know it's only game 1. I don't want to speak too soon, but if Tyrone's able to play to that standard for the rest of this league, he could be with a great chance of going to that live final.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he did well in the cup. I think it'll be interesting going forward to see if he can keep up that like intensity in the defense that he has. And if he can do that, it's going to be pretty impossible for people to score against him. Like you could see it with Mark. He had to get very creative at times to score goals.
Yeah.
A bit of luck with the Mbappe goal at the start. I mean, yeah, it's gonna take a lot of maybe outside the box shots for anyone who's going up against Tyrone next. For them to a few worldies to put it up to him, I think.
Yeah, definitely. But listen, that was a spectacular game. We're gonna have to see if anybody can figure out the puzzle piece that is Tyrone Ryan with that defense. He had a spectacular performance there. Commiserations to Marquez. Nearly got back into the game. It was so close, but we have Tyrone Ryan as the winner there. We're gonna go to a short 5-minute break, folks. We'll be back very shortly with the next fixture. And welcome back to the ELOI, powered by Virgin Media. We had an incredible fixture just gone between Tyrone Ryan and Mark Hayes. Tyrone, of course, coming out the victor there with a fantastic 6-3 game. Nolik, we got a big game coming up here, I'm not going to lie. Let's talk about it. Treaty United's Colin Maher against JP Slater of Shelbourne FC. We talked briefly before about the game, but I mean, JP, we're talking about the previous champion here. He's coming to defend his title.
Yeah, for sure. Form wise, he seemed fairly on form playing in the cup a couple of weeks ago. I mean, he's going to be a hard person to come up against for Colin here, but I mean, it's the game of EAFC. It can go either way if anyone just gets a little bit of momentum. But it's JP is a hard nut to crack in this game.
I mean, even last year, one of JP's biggest feats was his defense. He was just absolutely rock solid. And it just felt like every part of his game, from defense to the midfield to the forward line, was just smooth. It was mechanical. It was fantastic. Has he brought the skills over to EAFC this year? And can he do it in this competitive format? We're going to have to find out. Nolik, what score do you see this going?
I mean, I do think it'll probably go in the favour of JP, but I mean, Colin could be a little bit of an underdog here. We could be writing him off before the start of the game, even before it even kicks off. But as I said, like form wise, going on how well JP played in the cup a few weeks ago, it's going to be a hard one for Colin.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game. I hope Colin's ready to bring the heat here versus JP. In the last game, we seen I kind of seen a mix of things. When we come in here to these events, I always like to see how players are playing, if they're following the meta. We didn't see a whole lot of Trivelas outside the box in that game one. I was expecting more of that. It was a lot of kind of stall play and left and right dribbling. And I noticed that as well, even myself, when I'm playing, rivals or champs, that quick dribbling and quick left and right passing seems to be the way to move forward here. We've seen Tyrone Ryan expose that a lot of times. Is there anything else that you see being used here in this fixture?
Honestly, yeah, I was very surprised to not see the Trivela outside the box being used more in the last game, especially say
Yeah.
in Mark's corner where he was struggling to get inside the box passing wise because of the defense that Tyrone brought to the game. But I mean, I do think, like, I know we didn't see it, but I do think we probably will see it in this game. I'd be very surprised if we don't see it being used because it's such a strong tactic and skill for players to use in EAFC 25 at the minute. Um, you automatically nearly know that when someone does pop a shot in using the Trivela shot, it's going to be impossible nearly to save that goal. They're going to
Yeah.
have to get it really wrong for it not to be a spectacular goal.
Yeah, there was a period of time as well, I think in the last patch before the current one, where power shots were everything. You could power shot from anywhere and get a goal. They're still fairly powerful in the game. They're still kind of OP. I'm hoping to see one or two of them potentially in here. But listen, that's kind of the in-game metas. I mean, in terms of players here, that Theo Hernandez, for me, was an unbelievable player in the last game. No, look, we've seen Theo attacking, we've seen him defending. And I feel like this year, once again, with Ultimate Team, there's so many different varieties of cards. That Theo for me is going to be a standout player, and I think we're expecting to see him in this game as well, right?
I'd be surprised if he wasn't on either team. He is such a strong player to have because he can move forward as well and work on the wings to help have an overlap for players going forward to try and score goals. But and then as well in the back line, he's unbelievably strong.
Yeah, he really, really is. We seen that Stones card as well in the last game, actually, with with Tyrone Ryan. Got the red card as well. I wasn't expecting that. No, like that kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm very surprised Tyrone was, did take the red card rather than just taking a a chance of being a goal scored against him when there was only maybe 2 minutes left in the game. It was a sure win for him. But I mean, sometimes we all have our little moments of madness. I know I have anyway. But I suppose it makes things interesting.
Yeah, no, it does. And look, here at the ELOI, we want to see things like that. We want to make the games entertaining. So even though it was kind of crazy, Tyrone, we appreciate it. Give us a good laugh on stream here. All right, it's nearly time to kick off here. Nolan, very quickly, I know you mentioned it, but you think this game is going to go in favor of JP?
I think it will, but I do love an underdog win, so I'm here for it.
Okay, listen. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Treaty United's Colin Maher against JP Slater of Shelbourne FC. Here we go. We, of course, have JP in the orange kit here representing Shelbourne, and we have Colin Maher in the black kit. Theo Hernandez, there he is again. Another week called. And look at this passing already. Neymar Jr. That Theo, he's in every team.
I mean, he's in most teams for sure, but we can see there that Colin doesn't have him on his team, so we'll see if that'll make a difference. But he also has DeMarco at left back, which is a very strong card to have as well.
Yeah, DeMarco really good. Okay, so we got 6-minute halves here for this game in particular. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how they come out here. Neymar Jr. Look at that player lock as well. We really see the JP's master the game here on the outside. Here's Liao. Bit of dribbling. Neymar, Gareth Bale. And that's a great tackle. Speaking of forwards, you got R9. We see Neymar in the last game. Bale in that front line is scary, no look.
It's not fun seeing Bale coming against you when you're playing against someone who has that card. But I mean, realistically, any of these teams are not going to be nice to look at coming against you. They're not going to be weak teams. These players have built these teams to be as strong as possible. And I suppose that this is such a high level that I suppose in-game FIFA coin rewards, they're going to have the bucks to spend on the good players.
It's true. I mean, realistically, who's rocking R9? You know what I mean? You don't see that normally. And here's Joe Cancelo, Travella! That's the top left corner! There it is! JP Slater! No, like we talked about Travella's. I said, I want one. There it is. Yao Cancelo as well. Fantastic card to have. And great goal. JP takes the early lead.
I mean, I'm not particularly surprised about JP taking the lead, but like that Travella was beautiful. It's exactly the start to a good game that you like to see. But like that, now you're just watching the replay of the goal. It was just impossible for any goalkeeper to stop.
Yeah, it really was. It was such a curl Travella. Just a great attack as well. That through ball was phenomenal. The timing on it was just brilliant. And oh, we see Colin trying to replicate it here going forward. But oh, that's not good. Goes back to Colin. Messi on the ball. Mason Mount! Oh! Posted out! Oh!
I would be raging.
Oh, Colin experiencing what Mark did in his previous game there in a momentum shift opportunity. Doesn't go his way. Here's Theo. How can you catch him? I need to know. He's absolutely unstoppable, but the pass doesn't go in. Mason Mount again. This is back and forth. This, you know, we talked about Colin potentially being an underdog here. He's had 1 or 2 attacks where he's looked scary. You know, like this could be a good game.
Oh well, you're always wishing for a good game for sure. Want it to be competitive, so I'm definitely hoping that Colin can get a goal back here and make this a great game to watch. But it's gonna be interesting to see. You know, oh,
that's a penalty. Haaland, who has a centre-back card, don't ask. I don't know why, but yeah, it takes him out, and it's a penalty here. Colin, with a chance, the weight is on his shoulders. Oh, and that's a nice penalty. Little small dink there into the bottom left corner with Gareth Bale. And no, look, it's game on.
Definitely, JP's not going to be happy about that one. I remember last year watching him in the finals. He saves the penalty to win the final. So
and dearie me, the fast passing. JP just doesn't give him a second to celebrate. He's barely taken in that he scored that goal, and once again, it's just back. JP with that player lock is devastating. Completely controls the game. Enables him to.
I don't think I've seen anyone use player lock as well as JP does.
Yeah, he does it at such a high level. And look at this. Oh, my word. Kvaratskhelia puts it in the top right corner. It's just the pinged passing. He player locks. He finds that space. And he knows how to hit the back of the net here. And he showed it already numerous times. JP showing why he's the previous champ.
Yeah, for sure. If I was Colin here, I'd be trying to keep possession, keep the ball out of JP's hands so that he can keep him away from scoring goals and just settle back into it, give himself a chance here now to try and make another opportunity for himself.
Yeah, he needs to try something else to get back into this. Good pressure there in the midfield. That could be what's needed. Jarzinho tries to get by Haaland, who's a brick wall. Back to Jarzinho. This defense, oh my word. Haaland putting in a shift here at centre back. No, like, you love to see it.
I don't know if I do love to see it. Yeah, I have to say, I don't know how I feel about Haaland being in centre back. It's very confusing. But
Yeah.
he definitely does a good job there for sure.
Yeah.
It's like when you go up against Onana in striker position, you're going, he's on the wrong side of the pitch.
I know. All these new cards definitely mix it up a lot. Oh my word, Neymar, stop that now! Stop it! Oh my word, that's just high level. I don't know what else you can call that. Neymar make it look easy. Looks like he's trying to scrap there with Kvaratskhelia. Unbelievable. No, like, JP is just flying this.
He is, yeah. He's making it look a little bit easy, but at the same time, he's just impeccable, especially with his dribbling and player lock. Like, it's such a difficult opponent for Colin to come up against.
It is. He plays at 100 miles an hour here. Look at this. Oh, goes for the shot. Rodri, back to Leo. Gareth Bale to make it 5 inside 36 minutes. The Welshman strikes. And, I mean, you know, at the start, I will say, Colin had a chance, obviously, to get back into this. Had 1 or 2 opportunities. But JP, he's running away with it right now.
He's running away with it for sure. As I said, if I was in Colin's position here, I would just be trying to hold on to the ball, be sure of the passing. I think, like, sometimes opportunities can pop up just from playing the simple game as well, you know, not overcomplicating things, taking your shots when you are in front of goal, you know, not trying to get the perfect shot. But as I said, like, it's not uncommon either for someone to come back from 5-1 in this game.
No, absolutely.
Oh,
he's on. Oh, tries to dribble by Casillas.
Yeah.
The wrong decision there again. And, you know, those are tough to call. Casillas running at you. It's I know they worked in the last season. You could dribble by the keeper. Oh, not another one. No way! Kvaratskhelia again with the ball over the top. Just poetry. Honestly, this football, it's just smooth. It's crazy.
Yeah, you can see there Theo was just straight up into the box, waiting for that kick to come up from JP in goal. So it's, I mean, you'd be wishing that Colin took some opportunities here to make it a bit more competitive. It's hard when you're playing someone like JP.
Yeah, it really is. He just makes it so difficult. Kvaratskhelia again. Oh my word. Somebody stop that man. He's on a hat-trick. Oh, and there it is. Lost connection. Oh, dearie me. 7-1. JP, I tell you what, everybody right now who's watching this, who's a competitor in the ELOI, and I know you're one of them, no, like, wow.
You see me sweating.
Yeah. Tell you, losing pounds watching this fella play. He is absolutely next level. Unbelievable. JP, listen, I'm not gonna lie. Commiserations here to Colin. He was up against a tough fight as it was with JP. But listen, I've seen JP play last year. I'm seeing him play this year, and he's a different gravy right now. No, like that's just that he plays at 200 miles an hour. I'm trying to keep up, like, in my head watching him play. He's just next level.
I don't know how he's playing it so fast, but I think he might have taken the loss in the cup a bit personal, and you can see he's just upped his game again even since then. And that's only a few weeks ago, but you can tell that this kid is grinding the game, and it's just impeccable gameplay to watch on his part.
Yeah.
And even, you know, you can see the creativity as well he has to catch people off guard. That's part of the game as well. You want to catch your opponent off guard. Um, Predictable gameplay is not going to get you anywhere here in these tough competitions. Anyway, you might get a bit of luck in a game of rivals with predictability, but not here. You're going to have to think outside the box, and you can just see it straight away. That's what JP was doing.
Yeah, it was just spectacular. He's moving so quickly. Honestly, I feel bad with that game for Colin. I know he got one goal back. It looked very close in the first 15 or so, but yeah, JP just came through there, done major damage. Look, I mean, going forward here with the ELOI, powered by Virgin Media, we have two great competitors here today. I mean, I don't want to call it too early, no, like, but JP and Tyrone Ryan look very, very good.
Very good and very clinical. Going to be very hard to beat. I mean, commiserations to Colin. I think like that. Now he played very well at the start. I think there's a lot of good things, good points to take from this game against such a strong competitor as JP is. But I think it's gonna be hard for Colin to take that one. I think, but hopefully he'll take it on the chin and just move on.
100%. I mean, look, there's loads of time to get back into this. We have 5 weeks of action, of course, which is going to lead to a live final, which I personally cannot wait for. The live final last year was so much fun. Not only was it a great event, no, but great to see all the competitive players. You know, we're such in like an online world in these competitions where, you know, we're playing each other from all around Ireland. But it's nice to have that live location at the end of the day that everybody can kind of see each other and hang out.
I'll tell you something, right? Myself and my mum are heading to Australia, and we booked Australia around the finals to make sure that I could go because it was just so much fun last year to
Yeah.
go. The atmosphere was incredible. So like that is us literally, you know, that is a big holiday for us to go on, and we've planned it around this event because it's an incredible one to be at and to experience in person.
Yeah, listen, it is incredible. Right, listen, I don't know. I don't think there's much more to be to be said here. That was an incredible game from JP. He gets that victory, of course, over Colin Maher Treaty, and of course we've seen Tyrone Ryan earlier, outplaying Mark Hayes and getting the victory there. Nolik, we have an incredible competition ahead of us. I know we spoke about it already quickly, but how do you feel about it going forward? Are you excited to get in these games?
Oh, for sure, I'm very excited to start playing. As I said, I'm interested to see how well I fare in comparison to how I did last year. You know, I've had a year more experience now and of practicing and stuff. Are we seeing the second game here?
Um, I'm not sure. Oh, there's a second game going ahead. Okay. So word just came in. We have a second game here. I was under the assumption it was only one game, but okay, we have a second game coming through here. I assume we're using aggregate then. This is just into us here. Maybe we're using aggregate. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if it's
But
going to go ahead.
yeah, I don't know either. I think they're doing this on the fly.
Oh, we're just getting a message there to say that what you call it, Colin's connection wasn't great. They're having internet issues. I suppose storm has really affected
Oh.
people.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, look, that storm came in out of nowhere. Even myself, that knocked the electricity out of my house for like 4 days. I had to move over to my sister's house for a couple of days till that got solved. But yeah, okay, that's crazy. So okay, we got two legs coming through here. Then we got another leg coming in. So 6 minutes of gameplay we have here. Another chance for Colin here. No, like this. I mean, look, we're talking about second chances. If his internet stabilizes here, he could have a chance.
Yeah, for sure. Hoping his internet is nice to him for this game. But yeah, that's hard going. Look, it's clean slate now. He
We'll
knows
have to
he's got
see.
to up the ante a bit.
Yeah, he does. And I mean, look, if there's anything from the first game, it's now he knows what he's expecting. He needs that defensive line to come back as quick as possible. One thing that JP does really well, actually, that I noticed is he sends his wing back on a run very, very early in his attack. And it gives him that extra option out wide to press for a high through ball. He's found a lot of good passes with it. And It's something that Colin needs to pick up here. JP's a player, you know, he has a lot of different tools that he can use, but you got to figure out them one by one.
I think so, and as I said, oh, that's a great interception from Colin. I think,
Oh, and Gareth Bale, it's the post!
No.
Wow! Wow, wow, wow. Okay, that is very, very close, but Colin, unfortunately, doesn't get through. There's the overlap I talked about. And Maicon there cuts it out. For this, folks, as well, it will be an aggregate of 7-1 for the previous game due to that disconnection from Colin Maher. So Colin needs 6 goals to bring this to a draw standpoint here. And I mean, look, that is a mountain to climb. No, like, let's be real.
It is a mountain, but I think if I was Colin now, I'd just be focusing on each individual goal, not stressing too much about the fact that he's got the mountain to climb.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd assume going forward in the league that even just goal difference will come to someone's advantage at some point. So,
oh no! Oh, that
looked like he was going for that power shot there, was it?
I don't know. He's going for the corner flag. That I don't know if that's head loss or connection, but yeah, that is not what you want to see. João Cancelo coming in here. There's the pass. Kvaratskhelia, who of course got that hat-trick last game. And we could see JP here slowing it down. Back to speed it up. Kvaratskhelia goes for the chip. He's feeling cheeky. He's feeling cheeky, isn't he?
Yeah, but could you blame him? I'd be feeling cheeky too, but I mean, this is not the time to be feeling cheeky. You have to get on the board. Solid chances here now, but this is a great ball from Bale.
It is. Oh, Haaland, there he is. He can do it up front. He can do it in the defense. Great interception. The ball goes back to Colin again. I mean, Colin's had a lot more possession here in the first 20 minutes. He just needs to kind of tie it all together going forward.
Yeah, for sure. I think he was unfortunate there with that shot. Like, it possibly could have been a disconnection again from the internet. You know, as I said, the storm put us all in a bit of a bad spot. But hopefully he gets another chance here now soon and can find the net. It would be a great start for him. Great positivity booster.
Have to wait and see here. Gareth Bale moving forward for JP.
Oh, what a ball.
That is just next level. Kvaratskhelia. Bit of dribbling, bit of trickery. That pass, no, like, I mean, I didn't even see that. That was incredible.
This is the creativity I'm on about. You know, JP just makes opportunities out of nowhere, and that's the standard now. As players, we have to evolve to, I suppose. Esports in general is just getting more and more competitive, so you have to get creative. You have to find what works for you a little bit, but you know, that could have been a great interception again.
Defended well by Rodri, but I tell you, if you're talking about you got to get creative, I think JP's been studying the in-game code here or something, because he's just Terminator. I don't know how else to describe him. He passes out of nothing, skills, dribbles. He's been fairly rock solid in defense as well here. It's just, yeah, it's such high-level gameplay. This is incredible.
And I suppose that all comes back then to your basics. You know, when you're good at your basics, you can be creative. Shot on target for Colin.
Yeah, very unlucky there. Messi running through, just doesn't get the shot he wanted. Vieira pushing forward. Maicon out wide. Colin looking for something here. Trying to outpace Theo.
I feel old seeing the likes of Vieira and Casillas as an icon. I'm like, I grew up watching them play.
Yeah. It's really cool to see them all in the game here. I tell you what we need, though. We need Shay Given or Richard Dunn. Give me one of them two, no, like, and I'll be a happy camper.
They would be great cards to have. I know I did an Evo of the Robbie Keane card.
Oh, absolutely.
He's lovely to play up front, actually.
Yeah, Keane's very good. I have him in the squad as well. Neymar with the left-footed finesse. Not going to be anything to that Casillas. Nearly at half-time here. I mean, look, I know we can see here JP is clearly, you know, going for the creative output, but Colin's had more possession. He's been getting through on a couple of attacks here, and he looks like his head's on his shoulders a lot more.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's settled into this game a little bit better now for himself. And even going forward, even if it means he mightn't do be able to get as many goals as needed to make a comeback in this game. But going forward in the league, he will have a little bit of confidence going out of this game, knowing that he had better possession and settled in a little bit better for himself.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, when it comes to every single game, you know, we seen even in the league last year, some people who would beat somebody, you know, in the group stage, and when it comes to finals, they'd lose. It's you develop as a player as you come through this, and that's one thing I will say about JP. That for me was one of the standout things of the last season was he improved every single game he played. I remember watching his games of commentary, and every game he added something to his tally, and he just feels like he's the full package now. And obviously, you know, he won that title last year, and you know, other players who are in this league are going to be watching him right now and thinking, you know, this is the guy to beat right now. Colin has a chance to do it in this second half.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the game of VAFC can sometimes sway in your favor without, like, you know, it can just surprisingly sway in other people's favor. So I mean, there's nothing to say that Colin won't come back out here after halftime and, you know, score a few goals and, you know, reduce the deficit. But like, JP has the target on his back from last year now, and he's just clinical, I think, is the best way to describe him. You know, there's not many mistakes being made here, for such a high intensity game between these two players.
100%. Even in the last game, you know, with Tyrone and Mark, there was a bit of a scrap in the midfield. It was kind of didn't seem to be a whole lot of that with JP's game. I feel like he keeps possession so well, and he's very controlled on the ball. I think anytime this, at least in the last half, that he's tried to do anything creative has been the only time where he looks like he might lose the ball. Apart from that, it's just he just plays the game to an extremely high level. Colin needs to get this out. Theo with the Trivella. It's just gonna go wide. Not as lucky as the other Trivella that we've seen, of course, with Yao Cancelo. But look, it's another half for Colin to come into. Obviously, it is 7-1 on aggregate here to JP, but this is a game that Colin could come through, get the win, and even if he doesn't win the fixture as a whole, he has a one-game win over JP. And how many people can say that, like, against a former champion?
For sure. I mean, it definitely would be a confidence booster for him. I know I'd have a very big ego if I won
I'd put that on
JP.
social media now. If I bet JP, 100%.
So I mean, you know, this is the opportunity now for Colin to get his own back here. But I mean, it's going to be difficult against JP, and that's just the fact of the matter. Oh,
it is, and here we go, Messi. Theo Hernandez again. Wow,
he's just everywhere.
He's the boogeyman. Honestly, you can't get away from him. He's the boogeyman. That's all he is. Oh, what a ball here. Rafa Leao looking for something in the middle. Great play back to Rodri. Player locking. It's just so smooth. Neymar Jr. Oh, the finesse. What a save, Casillas. Oh, another save. Oh, and what a tackle. Wow. Moment of madness here for Colin. And he goes to the through ball. It is end to end right now. No, like, this is entertainment.
This is what you want to see. You don't want to see walkovers. You want to see competitive games between these elite players. I love watching competitive esports.
Yeah, it's great. It really is. You can feel, especially the start of the games, you can only imagine the intensity. You can nearly feel it between the players, knowing that, you know, there's a prize on the line. There's a place here in the final. And of course, that lovely, lovely trophy you get as well. I mean, that'd be going straight on my mantelpiece for doing something like this. But unfortunately, no, like, I am not that good.
Hey, you're not that bad either. You know, I've enjoyed watching your gameplay, but I mean, like, you do have the pressures of the likes of, you know, winning. You've got prize money. You've got trophies. And then, like, JP won it last year, so he ultimately came out with a contract, a pro esports contract. So, you know, he's living the dream right now, you know, playing this game as his job. So, I mean, that would put pressure on anyone to want to come out on top of these games. But, I mean, even JP as a person, he's very cool, calm, and collected. So it's hard to get him flustered in a game.
Yeah, no, it really is. Oh my word, he's done it again! What is that pass? Neymar Jr.! All right. So We need like VAR. We need to slow down that gameplay or something. That is just what have I just seen? It's just instant through ball and the player's already gone. It's like it's in an instant, man. What is that? No, like I don't even know what to say. What?
It's just it's the creativity again from JP. You know, it's just very hard to predict his gameplay, and that's what makes him a very difficult player to come up against.
Oh, what a save, Casillas. Colin here, trying to get back into this game. Big opportunity there. But yeah, it's just, that pass every time. I never see it coming. He does it so well. De Jong.
Oh, God, we're going to see it again here, I'd say.
Oh, he's just going to go straight through. Neymar Jr. He has Maicon on his tail with the shot.
Oh, what a save!
Casillas with the save. Goes for the Trivela from about 30-odd yards there. Oh, good save again by the keeper. Both keepers being very active in this game.
Yeah, for sure. Very good to see. You don't like watching shots go in very easily, especially when you've got icons in goal. But, oh, hang on a second.
When it's Vieira. Oh, and it's top bins. Colin back in this one. Vieira makes it 1-1 here in the second leg, which brings it to a total of 8-2 on aggregate. 15 minutes left. I think the fixture is settled here, but I mean, as far as the games go, this is a fun game on its hand right now.
Yeah, for sure. And if I was in Colin's position, I'd be happy there to be after scoring. You know, he scored his goal last game as in a penalty. I'd be happy, you know, to be after breaking the deadlock. That is JP's defense.
Yeah, and keeper's out here, and that's just near post. Theo Hernandez, player of the day by a country mile. He's been in so many squads. He's been a standout player, and no, like you can clearly see why, attacking and defending, he can do it all.
Yeah, for sure. If you can afford to pick up any Theo card, you know, I packed his normal card there in a very regular pack a couple of weeks ago, and I was a very happy person to pick it up. And you know, you're normally looking for the special cards, and even a little team of the week card was always good, but Theo Hernandez is just nuts. You know, any card is hard to come by in this game.
Yeah, very, very good. He's going to be a lot of the left-back choices here, and prepare to see him again and again, folks, if you're watching the ELOI powered by Virgin Media over the next couple of weeks. He's a standout player, and here he is again. Great tackle by back to Colin. Can Colin equalize here? Haaland, wow, he's a monster truck, no, like that's all he is.
I'd be like, if Haaland was walking towards me in real life, I'd be afraid. He's just the height of him.
He's a behemoth of a man, and look at that, Kvaratskhelia. Oh, that is it. Another fantastic goal from JP. Kvaratskhelia with, I think, 5 or potentially a double hat-trick, maybe even 2 hat-tricks, yeah, over the last 2 games here. He's such a good player. 4 minutes left on the clock, and you can tell Colin felt that one, but the little bit of a delay here as the tip-off came. He came close with a couple of chances, though, in this game alone. No, again, I feel like he has something to take from this positive, even though the fixture didn't go his way. This second game was a big improvement from the first.
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, he kept a bit more possession in this game, and that it's such a big part of playing well is being able to hold on to the ball, and it frustrates your opponent when they can't get on the ball. So like, you want to get your opponent frustrated, and you know, to be able to do that is important in this game. But he definitely can take a lot out of this game now to be very positive about, and that's that now.
He can indeed, and that is going to be that. Full-time score 10-2. Your winner is going to be JP Sleater of Shelbourne FC, who defeats Colin Maher of Treaty United. I mean, no, look, we got 2 games there. We got to see JP twice, which I am happy to say. I got to see some more things of his gameplay there that we didn't see in the first game. Colin, though, I mean, look, let's talk about Colin. We know about JP already. We've already talked about his performances. We know what he can do. Colin played a lot better that game. Really felt like he had his head on his shoulders more, especially in the first 30 minutes, and made a lot more chances in that second game.
Yeah, for sure. I think he settled a little bit once he got into the second game. And I suppose there's always the case of that this was the first game of the league for both players. So there was always going to be a little bit of nerves. I suppose it's nervy when you're playing on the broadcast as well. You know, I think there's definitely positives for Colin here that he was able to come back in that second game and, as I said, you know, he held possession better. He controlled the game a lot more than he did in the first game. So I mean, that's a very positive thing to take out of these two games here.
Yeah, really, really good performance by JP. Commiserations to Colin. Came through there. Got 2 goals, but it just wasn't enough to impact JP Slater. Listen, no, like, that was an incredible day of games. Of course, the fixtures we've seen today, folks, on stream were only 2 of the very, very elusive just amount of players we have here. I mean, we had 16 fixtures in total going across this week's action. Some notable names in there. We got Owen Mulligan, Drogheda United. We got Ryan Duffy, of course, who was commentating with me in the last event for Finn Harps. We got Shane O'Sullivan, Dundalk. We, of course, got Mr. Welly of Cork City, who, of course, took away with the EFAI Cup. No, like, a lot of great players here.
There is a lot of competition that I'm going to come up against in this league. Very exciting. And it's great to see the league itself be competitive. You know, it's just getting more and more competitive each year, and that's what you want to see because you want the esports and EAFC game grow on a pro level. And that's what you need. You need these high quality players coming through the ranks, getting the opportunities to play in such an incredible league that is the ELOI. And that, you know, it's just continuous improvement.
It is. And look, it's fantastic to see all the players come together. But not only that, but of course, we wouldn't be having these events without people like Virgin Media and the FAI getting involved and really being a part of this and making it what it is today. So big thanks to them. And listen, it's not even over. It's week 1. We got another 4 weeks after this to go, followed by a live final. So much action to go. And we're going to be back next Thursday for all of that. So make sure to tune in next Thursday for all the action. Nolig, thank you so much for joining us on commentary today. Hope you enjoyed yourself. And thanks for being my partner. It was great getting to chat to you.
No bother at all. It's great to be your partner, buddy.
Appreciate it. All right, folks. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Have a nice evening. And we'll see you all again next Thursday.